I just got finished doing the sculpture of the Last Supper. It was an amazing experience sculpting it, and it took me a very short period of time to see it to this state. I surprised myself with the speed that everything came together. Perhaps that was because for more than a year I was thinking about this concept of the Last Supper. And one of the very, very powerful things about the piece and the whole presentation is that it's just the sculpture of Christ with seats that are empty to connotate and invite people to sit down and become the apostles of Christ themselves. And this piece here becomes a functional piece. People can sit down, people can have some sort of relationship with the sculpture, they can interact within the art piece itself. It is a work of art. The life-size figure of Christ has an expression that came together perfectly. I wanted the glance of the Christ figure to be looking down at his chest, and so it's not confrontational, but it's an expression that Christ has of bringing people to look at his body and at, behind the bread here. And the whole pose, you can see that there's a little bit of a shift in the head of the Christ figure. It's off, he's a little bit moving to the side. It really brings life to the piece. It's not static at all. It's very, very powerful in the general gestures. It's left in a rough stage, as you can see with the striations. One of the things that I wanted to focus on is the body of Christ here that you can see. And I wanted to further visually enforce the idea that the bread is his body and the focal point of being near his chest and his body there. This piece, initially I intended on seeing it in a park or an outdoor location, but as I started working on it, I envisioned it also in a hallway inside. This is just a wooden form here where I created an idea of how the table could be, but I could envision it with the piece incorporating an oak table, a glass table. The focal point is the Christ, but by being indoors, you would also benefit by having the presence of Christ without any table here. And my idea of doing all 12 of the apostles, I think, would have been a little bit too much, meaning that it wouldn't leave very much for the people's imagination. So this piece here has some mystique to it, and it also has some austerity to it. And I think one of the nice things about it is it becomes a challenge. The piece with the open chairs is an open invitation for us to actually take part in Christianity, in our faith, and become actual apostles. And it also heightens people's awareness and imagination for how it might have been at the Last Supper. I think this piece, one of the benefits of it is it also challenges the way we perceive artwork. Artwork doesn't necessarily always have to be on a pedestal. It's not something that we are passive observers by. By having a piece like this, we can interact within the piece. And also it kind of symbolically, again, shows that within Christianity, we should not just be passive observers, that we can become merged within it. And so I think the piece works on many different levels here. The concern I had about creating the piece, like I said, the piece just went so well and so streamlined. Okay. Okay, come on over here, guys, right to the camera. You ready?
Where do you want me?
Ready?
So you just get in the back here for a second.
Over in front. Wherever.
You tell them, you say
this down. Come beside him. So this is the new sheets here, right? Isn't that nice? I just made up the face myself.
Wow,
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically done. I'm keeping the rough texture on it here, right? And then I made a cup here. That was planted somewhere there. Okay, so we're going to be taking some photos of this piece here. And how does that look, Tony? Good?
Do you need me to like over there? Tony, you want me to grab you on the other side so I'm blocking the grills? No?
Yeah. Oh, that looks good, just like that.